welcome to Primetime, the show for the mature of years but young and active of heart and spirit. You will have noticed that today I'm on my own presenting. Unfortunately, Matthew, well, we think he's had a senior moment, but hopefully he will be rejoining us next week. I'm delighted to say today I'm here with two wonderful guests, Robbie Burns, probably better known as Mr. Entertainment of Weston-super-Mare, and Carolyn Sheppard, who's here to tell us all about aqua aerobics, which sounds a little bit too adventurous for me, but I'm willing to give it a try at some stage. Robbie, what are you up to now?
Well, lots and lots of things, actually. Currently, we are sort of heavily involved in a show called Pal Joey. Fantastic. And also another musical called Our House, which is for the music of madness.
Right.
So that I'm heavily involved in directing those. And then, as I just said, we're just very, very excited that we've got the rights to do Calendar Girls.
Wonderful.
At the Playhouse Theatre next year. So those three projects have got me well and truly busy.
Indeed so. And are you going to be looking for a lovely cast of mature ladies to come and join you on Calendar Girls?
Well, actually, I was, yes. But I have to say, as soon as the word went out that we had secured the rights to do Calendar Girls at the Playhouse, I was inundated from lots of comments.
Well done, ladies. That's what I like to hear. Fantastic.
Yeah, because it is. I mean, if anyone has, and I think most people have seen the film.
Absolutely.
Which is wonderful. But the stage show is so emotional. It's far, far better than the film. So the ladies came clamouring for the parts, and it's all been cast, and
I'm delighted
I'm very
to hear
pleased.
it.
Yeah.
And when are we likely to be able to see it?
Well, I'd say that would be, it's a year away,
Right.
September, but we go into production with it possibly next March, April. And then we move into the Playhouse. I think it's the 1st of September. The owners of the rights to Calendar Girls, what they're trying to do is to make it the most produced play for the Guinness Book of Records. So at the moment the tour is going round, and it's already achieved something like £3 million worth of funds raised for leukemia research. So they've released it. I know that we are one of the first companies in the country. We're certainly doing it on the first day it's available. There may be other companies, possibly in Devon, Dorset, and around, but in Somerset we are.
Wonderful. So for
exclusive
for us again. That's fantastic.
For the Playhouse Theatre.
That's really nice to hear. Fantastic. Yeah. And rumour has it that you're also doing some painting these days.
It is. Well, when they say when God's highlights appear in the hair, it's time to sort of find.
I know that thing. Yeah, only too well.
It's time to do other things, and I always at school and college always just like scribbling and dabbling with pencils and paints. Right. So I said, no, I'm going to actually take it up. So I'm attending a couple of art classes, and I really, really enjoy going back to just doing a little bit of painting.
Absolutely.
As my wife says, I'm painting for me. I know what it looks like. I know it's supposed to be a bridge.
Absolutely.
People who are looking over my shoulder, they're not quite sure what it is I'm painting. But I can't believe that, you can go to, or if you start a painting or a drawing, people who do paint or draw would know, but you can lose 2-3 hours very easily of your time, and it relaxes you down.
Indeed.
Your pulse rate goes down, your blood pressure goes. It's just a really fantastic pastime.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. Thank you for telling us all about that. And as you say, it's something relaxing and help your blood pressure go down.
Absolutely.
But equally, as we get a little bit older and a little perhaps rusty in the joints and arthritic, it's sometimes good to do something a little active and help your cardiovascular system. So my other guest here, who is Carolyn Sheppard, is going to tell us all about aqua aerobics, which sounds absolutely terrifying but great fun at the same time. So Carolyn, do tell us
It is good fun, and you must come down and join a class. There are different classes around, I must stress.
Right.
Some of them may be a little more bouncy than others. And if you don't, well, maybe you need to find a class then that isn't quite so jumpy bumpy. And there are classes around, perhaps for people who are less able.
Fabulous.
And some people find if they've got nice warm water and they're perhaps arthritic, that water can actually be quite soothing.
I can imagine.
And also with the exercise, we can get your blood pressure down as well. So not just painting. Yes, yeah, it's lovely. Come along. I teach at Hutton Moor, Mondays and Wednesdays. You can just pay on the door if you want to come along. More than welcome to come and join me.
Fantastic.
Love to come and see you. Exercise is good for everybody.
You're absolutely right. And dare I ask the question, as I've asked before, do you get any gentlemen coming along to join you?
At the moment, Well, certainly in the clubs I get more gentlemen than maybe in the community class, but I do have one gentleman that comes to me every week, twice a week. I think he needs a few more to come and join in. What do you think, Robbie?
Definitely.
I think he should.
Definitely.
It's open for anybody. There's no reason why gentlemen shouldn't come, and I'd love to see more of them there. As I say, all exercise is good, but the water's wonderful. It supports your joints and it's working resistance, so anything that you might do in the gym, you can actually do in the water.
Fabulous. What's the length of the class, Caroline? How long are people in the water?
Anywhere between 45 minutes or 60 minutes. It depends where your class is, but generally between 45 minutes and 60 minutes. And sometimes we do some stretches, we might do some resistance work or jumping around, which I know you're not keen on.
Particularly, no. It has to be said. That sounds great.
It's great. It's set to music generally.
Right.
Some of the classes aren't. It does depend. You just need to walk around your local area and see which class is for you.
Absolutely.
But obviously go in, generally they're multi-level, so beginners and those that are more advanced.
That sounds
great fun.
You don't have to swim, do
You don't have to
That's
swim.
That's an important thing, because I have to confess, I have a fear of the water and always
No,
have
you
that.
don't have to swim at all. The only thing is you might get your hair wet.
I don't mind that.
You don't mind, that's fine.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That sounds really great. And obviously, swimwear is some designer.
Costumes help, Anne.
It does, absolutely.
The good thing is you only need a costume or a pair of trunks. It really doesn't matter if they're cheap or expensive.
Right.
And the other thing, it doesn't matter if it rains, does it, or the weather?
Also true.
On all time of the year, whenever. So no
Absolutely.
excuses, come down.
I do like the idea, because I'm say if you go to a gymnasium at a certain age, if you haven't been, it's a bit daunting, but I would think acro aerobics, I can see that being sort of less stressful on you.
If you pop a towel round you, you can just let go of that towel at the edge of the pool into the water. And remember, nobody can see you, the bottom half underneath the water.
That's very true. That's
the energy
very true.
expended, I suppose, it's not so much impact like if you're in a gymnasium and running machines, but that's much better.
The good thing is in water you work 12 times harder than through air.
I didn't know
So
that.
it's resistance training in water, all good athletes training in water. So yeah, it's great,
sounds
great
really
fun.
good.
And you're supported by the water. So say if you've got arthritic joints, it's not so much strain, it eases the pressure sometimes. So it really is beneficial that perhaps if there's something you can't do on land, you'd be amazed what you can actually do in the water. And even if I said just get in the water and just go and water walk, as long as you're walking heel to toe, perhaps you could change the depth of the water and you could change the tempo. So just water walking still is exercise and it still works well.
That sounds fantastic. I think I could water walk without too much
You can
trouble.
do that. And swim if you want.
I don't know about the swimming. That's always been my bugbear, because I'm just not comfortable in the water. But maybe this is the way to get over that fear.
Bring a friend.
Good. I think I definitely need to bring
The
a
one
friend
thing
with
we
me.
do in laugh is always laugh in aqua.
Great.
It's
That's
fun.
what I
You
can
can't
do.
help it. You've got water, haven't you?
True.
Good music.
True.
And it engages the brain when you have to listen to what the instructor says.
Well,
That's another benefit.
A couple of years ago, some gentlemen of a certain age, mature gentlemen, so we did a charity walk to Mount Kenya.
Yeah.
And to get ready for doing it, we were asked to go walking. Just a small amount of walking and build it up. But they actually recommended that we do aqua aerobics, but they actually mentioned aqua walking.
Yes.
They said that if you're starting off, go down, and they said it will be less, because if you haven't done exercise for a little while.
That's right.
And so then that was from a doctor who looks after all the Marines down at Taunton.
And the other thing is you perhaps don't ache quite as much as if you went to a land class and you haven't exercised for a little while.
indeed.
The pressure of the water, the hydrostatic pressure of the water against your muscles means you don't get that awful, we called it delayed onset of muscle soreness, DOMS, the next day. So you might get heavy legs, but not that awful, oh, I can't walk again.
Sounds good. It sounds ideal.
It's
Well, I
great.
think we'll have to come and give it a try at some stage.
Think so.
I very often go out and do VTs and come
I'd
back and
love you to come, Anne. Come
Oh,
and
there's
watch.
a challenge. The gauntlet is thrown down. Okay, we'll think about it.
Robbie can join in too.
Absolutely. And Matthew, in his absence, I think we ought to get him signed up for that. too.
You're
That
going
sounds
to need
good
a bigger
me.
pool, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Absolutely. I think they'd like some water left in it. Well, thank you ever so much. It's been wonderful to speak to both of you, and you've both brought a very interesting insight into the kind of things that people of mature years can get involved in. So thank you very much indeed.
and look forward to seeing some of the people out there. Come and see me.
Absolutely. You've heard it here. Please come and join everybody. Hope you're going to join us again. Thank you very much for tuning in this afternoon. And this is Anne Bunn on her own saying thank you for joining us at Prime Time.